Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Um, Teleworking today. Boy, likely I'll be either going live later this evening, um, either through Facebook or through my podcast. A special guest be showing up on his second time. If it's on my podcast, David Sanders, who I follow on Facebook and other social media platforms. It's a challenging time in the world. This is a very nasty and dirty time in the world. Challenge people to stop accepting what the world tells you. That's so broad. That could be for so many different scenarios and topics and all that, but stop accepting that, man. Do your research yourself. Do your research yourself and do what you want to do. Support what you want to support. Acknowledge what you want to acknowledge, and don't acknowledge what you don't want to acknowledge. Be you, especially if you got all five senses. If you got all five senses, you have the same opportunity that everyone with those five senses have when you wake up every day. If you're not doing nothing about it, then guess what? You know different than the rest. You want to see change, be the change. You want to see law enforcement people being held to a certain standard or being at fault for things, then guess what? Hey, do what you can to make it happen. If you want to protest, protest. I just always encourage people to think about their purpose and think about their why for doing things. I believe in my heart that anything that you do, whether it's work, whether it's goal driven, whether it's education related, school related, health related, anything related should have a why. That person, that group, that organization should have a purpose and a why for the reason that they go after that. If you want to protest, think about your why. You want to go out in the streets and riot, think about your why for wanting to do that. Think about the purpose and your true intentions on what you really want to accomplish before you go about that route. I support it, man. I support it. And guess what? You don't need my validation. You don't need my approval to support it. I tell that to my kids, my players. I only have one kid, Jaden, my son. But I tell my players, I tell my soldiers past and present, I tell leaders, I tell adults, whoever I'm talking with and we talking about whatever, like, you have to have a why and a purpose for doing what you do. Don't accept what these people are telling you and this world is telling you. You don't like what they're telling you? Go out there and do something about it. Go out there and start a petition. You don't need money. You don't need to know people. You don't need to have sponsorship. You don't need none of that. That'll come with time if it's truly meant for you. But if you're waiting for an opportunity, or you waiting for the spotlight to be on you, or you waiting for your 15 minutes of fame, guess what? You're gonna be waiting forever. And life's gonna pass you by, your opportunity's gonna pass you by, and guess what? You wait too long, you might end up in a grave, and guess what? You'll just be known for a person that had talent and had potential or had a vision, but they never went through with it. Nah, start where you are. Start where you are, as you are enough right now. That doesn't mean that you will stay at that level, or you'll stay at that amount, or you'll stay at that mindset. But to start off, you are enough, and everything else will grow after if you truly decide. Nobody want to support your business, that's cool. Hey, keep on pushing. Nobody wants to support your podcast. No one wants to support your speaking. No one wants to support you um, doing hair out your house. No one wants to support you as a mechanic and you have customers come into your house to fix their vehicles. Guess what? So what? Forget those people that don't support you. You are the company you keep. And be mindful of who you surround yourself around. The ones that are truly meant for you and the ones that are truly believe in your vision and your purpose and your intent. Then guess what? Hey, them people gonna stay. There's so many people in the world. There's a billion people in the world. There's a whole lot of people in the world. So if one person or one town or one street or one block or one community or one state don't support you, that's fine. Guess what? There's more than one country. If one country don't support you, go find your support in another country. You don't do things because I want people to support me. You do things because that's your vision. That's your calling. That's the reason why you get up in the morning. That's one reason why you get up in the morning. That's one reason why you keep on going. This world needs positivity. Despite all the negative stuff that are going on in this world, within the news, within law enforcement, within the communities, within racism, within politics, within sex trafficking, molestation, suicide, mental health in general, guess what? We need positive. We need a shining light. So many people that are negative or are so down in the gutter with their thinking and their mindset try to put out there that, oh, positive people are trying to hide behind the fact of what's really going on. To a degree, I don't really agree with that. Every person in every situation dictates, but what are you gonna do? Because everyone wants to kill each other. You're just the normal people are just supposed to be angry with them. Don't lower yourself to your enemy's way of thinking. Don't lower yourself to the opposition's mindset. For the athletes out there, for the coaches that's out there, you play to win the game. Absolutely. You play to win the game. Everything you do in life, you do it with the goal to give your very best and nothing less. But if you fall short with a W, and you and your players can look, or your teammates, or your employees, or whatever, can look and say, hey, we gave our best shot. There's nothing else we could have done different. And guess what? That's a win for that particular day. And that's something to build on for more in the future. Stop letting circumstances that surround us dictate your way of thinking. Stop letting circumstances that are portrayed on social media and the news influence our feelings. There's somebody that's counting on us. Everybody has somebody that's counting on us. Whether you a parent, whether you an uncle, an aunt, a grandparent, whether you a teacher, a leader, whatever, a teammate. You don't have to be in a leadership position to make an impact. Every time you step foot out your door to go to school, to go to the grocery store, to go to your car, to go run errands, to go pay bills, to go work, you have an opportunity to make a difference. What are you doing with your opportunity? Everybody that wakes up each day has the same opportunity. Is afforded the same opportunity. What are you doing with your opportunity? Everyone want to talk about it, but they don't want to be about it. Everybody wants to complain about not even complain. Everybody wants to talk about the things that are happening. But what are you doing about it? Are you speaking about it? I've seen some people make different social media group pages as a way to advocate or as a way to bring a collective group of people with the potential same mindset together. That's beautiful. You have some people that are still volunteering in the community, but it takes all hands on deck. It takes all hands on deck. And lastly, stop having a soft mentality. Everybody want to be rich, but they don't want to put in the sweat. Everybody wants to have the big house, but no one wants to do the research. Everyone wants a degree on the wall and a six-figure income, but what are you doing in order to get you to that six-figure income? What are you doing to have that lavish lifestyle that you want? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for hopping on and checking out, man. Feel free to chime in with whatever. Anybody feel free to chime in with whatever. Military personnel, I know it's hard for all of us. There's certain codes that we have to live by. There's certain rules and regulations that we have to abide to. Hey, and RJ, how you doing? We have to be mindful of what we say. We have to be mindful of our body language, how we react, how we respond to certain things. But that doesn't stop us from not doing anything. For the NCOs, for the enlisted people, the NCOs, which are our leaders in the United States Army, to the upcoming enlisted soldiers, the young or the junior enlisted soldiers, whatever you want to call it. Our job is to advise officers, right? Our job is to advise warrant officers, right? Leaders, commanders, etc. So let's advise our communities. We understand, or you should by now understand your right and left limits as a military personnel, regardless of what branch you're in. You should understand your right and left limits. You should understand what to do, what not to do. It's not allowed. It is allowed. And with those things in mind, advise and recommend others to do stuff, to do things. You want to protest and go downtown or go down to the city, you want to protest in your neighborhood, you can protest in your neighborhood. You can grab a group of people and just walk the neighborhood. Speak what's on your heart. Say what you want to say and do your thing. After you do that, look for the next thing. Look for the next objective. My players, we started back training this week, getting ready for our upcoming fall season for my youth sport organization. And you always have to keep the kids' minds going. You do the same thing just enough for them to grasp the concept or for them to learn how to completely do one thing or one drill. But you got to keep it going. You have to keep expanding the mind. You have to keep implementing new things. So my point is, you have a concern, you have a problem, think about it. Think about the ultimate goal and think about the ultimate purpose of why you want to change that. Think about your intentions and what you want to accomplish. And there, just start going after it. One thing doesn't work, go to the next. Don't let the first no stop you. Don't let the first sign of defeat completely shut you down. That's what I mean about the soft mindset. The time and the place. Anger is great to have. Aggression is even better. It's really like what Denzel Washington said in Remember the Titans. I'm quoting that. I'm quoting a scene on that movie. But you got anger, that's good. You got aggression, that's even better. But understand, when you do anything in life, whether you were part of a business, whether you play sports, whether you parent, whether you do anything with anybody that has responsibilities and somebody that's dependent on them, or somebody that's looking at them for positivity, for motivation, for an example, which should be majority of everybody in this world, you have to be able to control that anger, control that aggression, and put it together into a positive way to attain results and to produce results. And the most important, be effective. Everything you do in this world should one of the goals and one of the purposes should be to be effective. If you're just doing things just to run at the mouth, if you're just doing things just to say that you're doing something, you're wasting energy. It's like the people that want to get in shape, lose weight, or gain weight, or gain muscle, or want to have a big butt, I want to have thighs, I want to have more toned arms. Guess what? If you just putting on workout gear and just doing something just to say you're doing something, or just to say that you're moving, it's not enough. It's not enough. Because what separates the people from actually accomplishing what they want versus the people that say they want something is the people that actually accomplish what they want, not only say what they want, not only have the mindset of they will do whatever it takes at any given cost to make that vision a reality. They are putting in the work, they are putting in the sweat, they are putting in the blood, they are putting in the tears. And that sweat that they lose, that blood that they lose, those tears that they cry are effective tears, or effective blood. It's effective. Make every move count. Make every moment of your life count, because you don't know when we're going to get called on Judgment Day. You don't know when your last day is. You don't know when your last moment is. It can happen to any of us at any given day. Any given day. So make every minute count as best as possible. No one's perfect, and we're not going to get it 100% right. But if you able to give your very best effort, if you able to bring energy, if you have the ability to be resilient, meaning after life hits you in the freaking mouth, or after you lose a loved one, or after you have a mental breakdown, or after you're going through a financial difficulty, you're broke, your house gets repoed, you lose your job, hours cut down, whatever the case may be. What do you do when life hits you with that? Like Les Brown say, when you get punched in the mouth, and you hit the ground, like Les Brown said, if you can look up, guess what? You can get up, because your eyes still open, your body's still moving, and you still alive. So go do something about it. Go handle business. For anybody that's watching this video, that has watched this video, I appreciate y'all. For the ones that will watch it, regardless if it's good feedback or bad feedback, I appreciate y'all too. But remember, anybody can run their mouth. Anybody can open their mouth and speak. But only few, when they speak, what they say is effective. What they say moves mountains. What they say carries weight. So make sure when you speaking and you open your mouth, make sure it carries some weight. Make sure it inspires somebody. Make sure it impacts somebody. Make sure it makes somebody think twice. And guess what? You know what? This person said something. I really am going to think about that. You know what? I might try and do something myself. I might try and start up a radio show myself. I might try and start up a podcast myself. I might just keep it simple and just go on Facebook Live myself. I might go downtown and guess what? Have a blank piece of paper with a pen and start a petition. And guess what? Once I have it, I could type it up. If I don't know how to type or don't want to type, guess what? I don't need to type. I got this piece of paper with a bunch of people's names, and we're going to go down and we're going to give it to whoever we need to give it to in order to start a petition, in order to make things happen. Be the change that you want to see. Y'all have a good day and happy Monday.